Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to another Crypto Sherpa news video. I'm your host, Paul Bucci, bringing you that daily crypto news. And the title says there's been way too much political news out there. I was trying to scan through all the news articles, but it was this one thing after another. U.S. bill passes this. U.S. bill is more difficult than the others. U.S. bills are there's just so much politics. So I was bringing you one article today, and then I found a little bit other articles that's outside of political news. So just sit back and stay tuned. All right. Let me share my screen with you so we can get through these articles. But if you'd be so kind, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe because it does help with the algorithm. And if you're trying to learn how to get into the crypto space, I got links down below for Bitcoin Consultants Worldwide, where my business partner with them, CryptoSherpaLLC.com, where we bring you a bunch of cryptocurrency consultants that can help you get started in whatever you need getting started with. So let's just dive right into the article. So yes, U.S. Senator warns passing unproven crypto law will stifle innovation and make Americans poorer. And I do agree so myself. U.S. Senator Mike Lee has raised concerns that adopting the crypto tax provisions in the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill will stifle innovation and make Americans poorer. He explains that cryptocurrencies are not like securities and cannot be regulated with the same policies, knowing that to do so would drive innovation offshore. That's very true. Look at China. They banned crypto mining. What happened? They all moved to America. They moved to Russia. They moved to places with less regulatories. So yeah, you try to ban or put taxes on cryptocurrencies here. We're just going to move offshore and do something. Or yeah, we're just going to, crypto can find a way away from this. They try to do it all the time with taxing the rich. But look what happens in New York and California. People are leaving these states because we're over it. We're not going to be taxed with our money. We're going to keep our money in our pockets and out of the government's hands. But Senator Mike Lee warns passing unproven legislation will stifle innovation. While outlining concerns he has about numerous provisions in the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill during the Senate session Saturday, U.S. Senator Mike Lee from Utah drew attention to the provisions about cryptocurrency, which he describes as an industry that's rapidly developing within the United States. He noted that crypto provisions seek to require those who buy and sell cryptocurrencies to treat it at the same way as they would exchange of securities. However, the senator argued that cryptocurrencies are very different than securities. He added they aren't just stocks, it's something very different. It's a medium of exchange that, if adopted more widely, could facilitate a lot of economic activities and a lot of innovation within the United States. He cautioned, and if in fact we pass the bill, mark my words, it's going to have a chilling effect on innovation within the sector. Places outside the United States may well be the ones to reap the benefits associated with the laws. Here in the United States, if we adopt an unproven, untested, unknown strategy. Exactly like I said, we'll make our way to El Salvador. It only costs 3 BTC to become a dual citizenship there, and they made Bitcoin legal tender. So people will just move to the next best place. Why be taxed when you don't have to? Senator Lee continued, what you'll see the flight of innovations and investments related to innovation to offshore locations around the globe. He warned that the government is trying to adopt many decades-old regulatory policies to a completely new form of exchange, one that, by the way of values, very highly the privacy of those who exchange in on it. The senator opened, if what you're going to do is take away the value of requiring that all of it be registered and publicly disclosed by giving the federal government the ability to peer into it, you're going to stifle innovation, you're going to make a lot of people upset, and you're going to make Americans poor. So, couldn't have said it better myself, but yeah, that's true. They're going to try to pass this bill, we're just going to leave. But that's pretty much more I think more in the bill rules what's going on with it is you're going to need a license to have a blockchain or be a creator of a blockchain. You're going to need they're trying to change the terms of brokers, what's going on. So they don't even know what they're talking about. These guys are just old 70-year-old men who don't know the new technology that's coming their way. So that's that news. There was so many more articles out there going on about this bill being passed, people opposing their opinions, even Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk. There was just way too much. So I was I'm just going to limit this video just to one article. But that is that news. Next up, we got Bitcoin can't be viewed as an untraceable crime coin anymore. Yes, some criminals use Bitcoin, but the innovation behind this technology improves the financial system. Cryptocurrency is a new technology that has entered the common discourse, setting the stage for a completely upheaval of our long-established financial system. Of course, some skepticism is unavoidable. Crypto's association with a criminality adds to the shared sense of skepticism. There is no denying that the cryptocurrency has had and continues to be used for illicit activities across the globe. Having said this, with the use of applicability of crypto becoming increasingly a commonplace, the narrative that is its creation has facilitated mass criminality needs to be more addressed. First impressions count. Bitcoin was introduced as a bartering tool on the Silk Road, a notorious online black market. Criminals for hire being among Bitcoin's first users inflicted reputational damage, coupled with the mysterious origins of Bitcoin, being that nobody actually knows where it came from or whom invented it. Public preconceptions of the new form of money were understandably unfavorable. Fast forward to 2021, and El Salvador citizens are encouraged to use Bitcoin specifically buy groceries and pay utilities. So yeah, we've definitely upgraded and gone to new places more than just being an illegal tender. For a majority of onlookers, crypto moved abruptly from its deep ties with the darkest parts of the internet to create a brighter future for citizens of developing countries. This was the result of a vast amount of experimentation, blossoming use cases, and continued investment. However, for many outside observers, El Salvador's adoption marks a minuscule positive use of any otherwise tainted technology. In failing to address the reputational damage caused by Bitcoin's origins, the industry facilitates continued blockades between further positive uses for cryptocurrency. Educating the public on the actual benefits of the cryptocurrency would not only benefit the industry in the short term, but would allow for the continued system innovation and growth of blockchain technology. BTC is the poster child for blockchain, and tackling misconceptions about the digital asset is a huge and necessary step that regulates and the wider industry have as yet failed to acknowledge. As it stands, any questions the public has about the links between crypto and crime are answered by sensational headlines which detail a narrative of criminals continually utilizing BTC rather than many positive advancements happening in the wider blockchain space. A shared understanding of the actual cryptographic technology that facilitates cross-border peer-to-peer payments is vital in dismantling the narrative around Bitcoin and severing the links between crypto and crime. But by dismantling the narrative, Bitcoin is not untraceable, anonymous, malicious tech used by hackers and nefarious crime syndicates. It is a decentralized, fully traceable, secure peer-to-peer payment system built on the blockchain. While the digital currency can be created, moved, and stored outside the control of any government or financial institution, each payment is recorded in a permanent fixed ledger. That means all cryptocurrency transactions, including Bitcoin, are out in the open. In other words, the anonymity associated with crypto and crime is unfounded. Earlier this summer, United States investigators were able to trace Bitcoin worth more than $4 million that the Colonial Pipeline had paid to the hackers during an attack. This not only highlights the traceability of cryptocurrencies, but proves that the common assumption of anonymity is incorrect. The issue illustrated by the Silk Road and other illicit activities facilitated by Bitcoin is in the law's inability to catch criminals who are using cryptocurrency. This is changing, and the playing field is becoming increasingly level. In the United Kingdom, British police seized around $155 million worth of Bitcoin from criminal gangs, and highlighting the expansion of policy's capability. The real examples of police tracing BTC transactions dismantle the idea that Bitcoin is an untraceable crime coin like fiat currency. It is simply a tool used by criminals. Although the number of ransomware attacks linked to crypto seems staggering, it is dwarfed by comparison to use of fiat currencies in the similar crimes. In 2020, the criminal share of cryptocurrency activity fell to just 0.34% in comparison to the 2% and 5% of global gross domestic products. That is about $1.6 million to $4 trillion annually is connected with money laundering and illicit activity. Considering the untraceable and anomaly associated with physical cash and the continued improvement of police capabilities, it is clear that continued vilification of crypto is unwarranted. Some of the vilifications of cryptocurrency follows a natural occurring public reaction to technological innovation. In the early days of the internet, many criticized the idea of the interconnected World Wide Web, detailing a myriad of societal impacts that resulted from a global expansion of the information superhighway. In some ways, the internet still facilitates new forms of crime. Its reputation, however, remains unstained to the point where society would struggle to function without it. The internet completely served as a reputational association with criminality. It is assumed that crypto will do the same. It truly will. Like eventually all this old news of, oh, it's a criminal activity, it's not good, will fade away. And people will realize that this is a, where did they say that, dude? They will eventually say that this is a struggle to function without it, because that is so true. But yeah, so that is that article about that. The crypto events are being drowned out. There are links down below to see. But yeah, so cryptocurrency is no longer a untraceable crime coin anymore and is becoming more and more useful every single day. Next up, we got more than half of consumers want to buy goods with cryptocurrencies, says a survey. A recent survey informed that nearly 60% of the participants are willing to employ digital assets as a payment method for goods and services. Furthermore, 2/3 enter the cryptocurrency market with plans to use the tokens for transactions. Payments, crypto better than credit cards, that's true. The interactive platform for financial services, payments.com, and the Bitcoin service provider BitPay surveyed over 8,000 American consumers to determine how they feel about using cryptocurrencies as a means of payment for everyday purchases. Almost 60% of the respondents answered that they would like to buy goods and services on a daily basis with Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other assets. Interestingly, though, 75% of the cryptocurrency holders bought coins so they can later employ them in transactions. In a similar survey last year, 32% revealed they purchased digital assets because of fear of missing out, aka FOMO. While the number this year surged to 53%, an additional 59% of consumers who are not holders said that they plan to buy some and use them to make purchases in the future. The research explained that the main reason people are so interested in cryptocurrency payments is that they can provide more privacy and security than purchases with traditional credit cards. Interestingly, 30% agreed that using virtual currencies as such as an option would make them spend more money. However, the non-holders need to improve their knowledge about the asset class. According to statistics, 75% admitted that they had not entered the market as they do not know enough about cryptocurrencies, how to obtain them, or their tax implications. And just right there, people, you need help. Bitcoin consultants worldwide. Link down below. I'm on there. Crypto Sherpa LLC is partnered with them. We have a whole team of cryptocurrency consultants that can help you get started. So this article just proves that people want to know how to get into it, but they don't know how to. And with my team, we can definitely help you out. We'll get you set up with a cold storage wallet. We'll get you set up with a over-the-counter exchange. We'll get you set up with Coinbase. And we'll just give you the knowledge and tools you need to survive this crypto world, because it's adopting fast, so do not miss out. Do not FOMO in on it. But yeah, so that is some great news right there, definitely. But yeah, people want to use it. They want to get into it. They just don't know how. But now we have people who can teach you. So again, links are down below if you want to get started. Next up, Binance Smart Chain DeFi lags broader cryptocurrency market rally. That's a funny little Binance thing. It's a little muscular man. Binance Smart Chain is lagging behind the broader crypto market for slow-moving investors who missed the latest crest. There may still be time to ride the positive market wave on BSC. The Market Awakens. Crypto markets are enjoying a period of rejuvenation and growth, especially in decentralized finance. Over the past 7 days, DeFi's market capitalization has climbed 17.2%. That's $106.51 billion. That growth has been mirrored with Polygon, Polkadot, and Solana, rising to 16.1%, 23.6%, and 14.7%. Over the same period, the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem has been slightly off the pace, recording a more modest but still healthy 9.6%. Individual investors will now have to judge whether the slower initial growth on BSC indicates that there is still some way for the ecosystem to go. The London hard fork was the positive growth in the market following the implementation of Ethereum's London hard fork on August 5th. The latest update to Ethereum made key changes, including variable block sizes to cope with congestion on the network. Perhaps the biggest change is contained in the EIP 1559, which results in the protocol paying the base fee by burning Ethereum. This should lower transaction costs and may even make Ethereum a deflationary currency in the long term. Fudding hard. That's right. So you don't know what FUD stands for? That stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So yep. To counter the positive news, there has been some dismay that the SEC chief, Gary Gensler, has requested more powers to regulate crypto. This has brought about its fair share of FUD. About what shape and form these additional powers might take. As Zhu Xu of 3 Arrows Capital pointed out, the FUD doesn't appear to be having much effect on the wider market. Here's his tweet: DeFi Moon, Ethereum Moon, despite Gensler FUDding, market calling his bluff. At the same time, Binance has come under the scrutiny of numerous regulations. The company has recently had issues with the UK, Italian, Malaysian, Japanese, Thai regulators, and many more. Brian Brooks, the CEO of Binance.US, has resigned after just 4 months. Therefore, the relatively more modest gains in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem could be related to some market confusion between Binance and BSC. This crypto world is undoubtedly in flux with the London hard fork, the US infrastructure bill, rigmaroles, among other things. Let's see how things play out. So yeah, there's been definitely lots of fun news, like the political side of it, the London hard fork, Binance's CEO, or Binance.US CEO resigning. There's been trying to be so much fun, but it is not doing any part. We are still in the green. Bitcoin's in the $44,000 range. I think Ethereum's still in the 3,000. But yeah, it's this FUD news, it's not doing anything. So just keep hodling, my people. Next up, Brazil launches its first eco-friendly Bitcoin ETF, the BITH11. Brazil has launched its first green Bitcoin ETF, the BITH11. Now it has 4 crypto-related ETFs available in the stock market. Give me 1 second as I drink my carrot fruit juice. So delicious. But Brazil continues to make progress in creating new investment opportunities related to cryptocurrencies. This week, it launched a brand new Bitcoin ETF with a green twist. Under ticket BITH11, the hashtag's NASDAQ Bitcoin reference price replicates the performance of the NASDAQ Bitcoin reference price index. This would in turn be the second ETF available in Brazil, offering 100% exposure to Bitcoin, competing against the QRCME CF Bitcoin reference rate or the QBTC11. That was also recently approved. Brazil has a new eco-friendly Bitcoin ETF, but hashtag's proposal differs from its QR assets managed competitor. It seeks to neutralize carbon emissions from Bitcoin investments. The so-called first green Bitcoin ETF in Brazil will use audits by Germany's Crypto Carbon Rating Institute to determine the environmental impact of BITH11 investments, allowing to invest 0.15% of its liquid assets in carbon credits and eco-friendly technologies every year. Rogério Santana, director of the B3, Brazil's main stock exchange, highlighted the importance of this initiative, noting that in addition to complying with the country's legal regulations, BITH11 promotes a positive impact not only on the industry, but also the entire ecosystem. He was proud to have one of the most extensive cryptocurrency investments offering the whole region. The new ETF offers investors exposure to variations of the world's leading digital asset with all the growth potential and store of value in regulated, secure, and sustainable manner. With the introduction of this ETF, we will also increase B3's range of ESG3 products available to the market. This would in turn be the second ETF managed by the hashtag. The first one is Hash Crypto Index, replicates performance of the NASDAQ Crypto Index, which tracks a theoretical basket of various cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar Lumens. So basically, in this way, hashtags and QR assets control the Brazilian crypto ETF market. The two investment firms have also positioned the country at podium places with the most diverse exposure of cryptocurrency ETFs. So kudos for having that eco-friendly ETF, but honestly, Bitcoin doesn't need ETFs to sustain itself. This is just for people who aren't truly into the crypto space yet, but they want to kind of have a taste for it. So most of these are people who have their money in paper, like stocks. What are the other ones out there? Stocks, bonds, and sheesh. What other paper assets are there out there? But these are more for those people. They don't want to move totally away from their fiat currency. So ETFs are a way to put some of their fiat without actually losing it completely. So they have a fiat version of Bitcoin, but they don't actually own Bitcoin. But that is that news. So kudos on that. Brazil, can't wait to see what more we got going on. But next up, Voyager Digital, Voyager Digital acquires crypto payment platforms Coinify in an $84 million deal. Voyager has acquired crypto payments platform Coinify as part of the company's strategic plan to offer digital asset payments worldwide. Cryptocurrency broker Voyager Digital has acquired Coinify APS, a crypto payment system, in a deal valued at about $84 million. The integration of Coinify will accelerate Voyager's expansion into Europe to meet the demands of the market and offer its product internationally. making digital assets acceptable globally. According to the announcement, the deal is divided into stocks and cash. Coinify investors will receive 5.1 million Voyager shares worth around $69 million. The rest of the 15 million will be paid in cash. The deal comes after the broker decided to expand its 1.75 million user base by bringing a global payment infrastructure to its digital ecosystem. Coinify's core value of innovation, security, and scalability are perfectly aligned with the Voyager's mission of making digital assets accessible throughout the world, said Stephen Enrich, CEO and founder of Voyager. Of the 5.1 million shares, the 1.5 million will be locked as part of the agreement, which can only be sold 30 days after both parties have closed the deal. Voyager will retain 5.5 million of cash on Coinify balance sheet. Apart from reaching the European market, the acquisition should expand Voyager's product offering to other regions as well. The statement explained that Coinify's virtual payment platform is also available in numerous countries in Asia, North America, and South America. Furthermore, Coinify enables payment processing with Bitcoin and more than a dozen other digital assets, as well as transaction settlements in the 20 fiat currencies. So cool, that's pretty cool. So yeah, Voyager acquired this guy, making this more adoptable. And that's the news I like to hear, like just it's being more globally accepted around the world. It's very soon. I'm just waiting for the rest of the world to make it legal tender like El Salvador did. Once we've seen that happen, then it's going to be crazy times, and you're going to wish you actually held on to your Bitcoin physically and not in some exchange or in some ETF. But that's that news. Lastly, we got half of US or UK citizens interested in taking crypto-backed loans. According to the Coinbase research, 51% of British adults said that they were very interested in taking out a loan using digital asset holdings as a guarantee instead of traditional methods. 39% revealed that they are willing to employ cryptocurrencies to send and receive money in international transactions as well. Brits want to adopt crypto for transactions. Coinbase conducted a survey among thousands of British residents and concluded that they have significantly increased their investment or their interest in using digital assets. Per the results, more than half of the respondents, 51%, described the option of taking crypto-backed loans as very interesting. Marcus Hughes, the managing director of Coinbase Europe, commented on the results. We can see that the attitudes of British consumers toward cryptocurrencies have transformed significantly in the last few years, with many now considering adopting cryptocurrency as an alternative method to execute traditional banking functions, including transactions and loans. Meanwhile, 39% of Brits said that they want to use virtual currencies to transfer money abroad and receive funds from relatives who would not reside in the United Kingdom. And out of those who have already invested in the crypto market, 41% revealed that their main motivation to do so was to gain profits in the long term. That's right, this is a long-term game. This ain't a get-rich-quick scheme, people. Like, if you truly understand technology, it's going to be a long-term investment, and you're going to be making generational wealth for your grandkids, kids. Like, no one has a crystal ball when this is going to truly pop and go straight to the atmosphere. But the ones who do invest in it and truly understand it know it's not going to be overnight. It is a process that we got to deal with and just sit through. So just hodl your way through it. Hughes further mentioned that 1.3 million people in the UK adult population remain unbanked. According to him, cryptocurrencies can remove barriers for users to access capital in a safe and secure manner. That's right, cryptocurrencies to help bank the unbanked, because some banks give you, need you to have requirements to like set up a bank account with them. You need to have a certain amount of money in them, and just you got to follow all their rules. So best thing about cryptocurrencies, as long as you have a cell phone, then boom, you can have your own personal bank in your hand right there. And that's what I love about the Divi project. So crypto made easy, and they are banking the unbankable. So we got tons of stuff to look forward to in the near future. Lastly, let's go over the crypto coin, the crypto market cap index. Bitcoin's at 43,128. We're down 2.23%. Ethereum's at 2,900. So okay, just dropped down below the 3,000 range. We're still in good prices. Binance Coin's at 336. You're down 4.3%. XRP's at 77. Dogecoin's at 23. Polkadot's at $19.21. Uniswap's at 27. Binance USD is just a shy under $1. I think that's their stable coin. Bitcoin Cash is at $547. Litecoin's at 146. And Theta's at 627. Aave's at 367. PancakeSwap's at 17. If you don't see your coin on here because it's not listed on here, let me know what your favorite coin is down in the comments down below. Let me know why you like it and where you think it will potentially go. Lastly, we're taking a look at our crypto fear to greed index. Do a quick refresher because yesterday we were at a 74 of greed, and let us refresh to see we are now at a 65. So we have gone down. So we're still in the greed territory, so we still want to be a little cautious of where the market can go because we don't know how to read this. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity. But when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So as we go back up and take a look at this, we're in greed. So the market could be due for a correction. So that's why I like following this. Like if you want to follow this and like wait till we get into the fear territory, then that's the best buying opportunity because that's when you're definitely see the price go up. But right now, if you just want to keep stacking it, yeah, keep stacking it. It's not going to hurt you in the long term, because in the long term here, it's going to be happy that you bought. And there you have it, people. That is the crypto news for you today. I hope you got something for this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share this with your friends. And as always, the Crypto Sherpa will see you tomorrow.